Welcome, viewers, back to the Heart of the Machine, where we are currently staging a prison heist. Unfortunately, that heist seems to be going wrong as Liquid 8BE, the liquid metal android we sent into the prison, has gone silent. And we've also lost contact with the Lost Gen kids, who were supposed to be bringing a sewer tiger mech from underneath the city sewers to help break out the citizens presumably trapped in the prison. Who knows who they're trying to break out. We have one mental energy to spend on the rest of this turn. I'm pretty sure that is just going to be a token. I think forces... There was definitely a view. Yeah, here it is. This view shows us protection coverage, but it also managed to highlight all of the feral dogs in a lot easier to find way, and feral cats. So we're going to use our last mental energy here in a desperate attempt to rescue some dogs or cats. I've also got a combat unit down here who could do the same. Let's do it with you since you're closest, and let's rescue this feral cat. He's cute. Should start naming these things. There we go. Let's move on to turn 274 after that. The investigation lens may be helpful here because that's what we're doing, but I'm not really sure it's going to matter. This is our convictor, by the way, and our BL5 machinists surrounding this heavily fortified compound. There's a little dark spot in the middle where we don't have vision coverage, but otherwise you can see what's going on. And let's see what happens in turn 274. Oh, would you look at that? It looks like the battle's fine in the beginning. This is Nath Vertical. Status on the heist. An alarm must have tripped. This is an unexpectedly strong force. Still nothing from liquid metal or the kids, but there's not time to do anything about that now. You need to keep the surface forces busy. Alright, I mean, there are a lot here, and they are shooting at everything we've got, unfortunately. Plus, we've got forces from Yinshi Wellness. So I guess the first things first, we want to keep the troop ship alive. It does look like it's going to survive this turn, so maybe not a big deal. Going through these, military snipers are dead. Are there any serious attacks? The BL5 machinist is taking a lot of damage here. BL5, can you attack directly? No. BL5 can do a lot of damage, but it doesn't have a direct attack it can do. The other things that are happening here is we're taking a lot of damage to various buildings, but nothing super serious. The biggest damage is to that machinist and the KL5 Sirius. KL5 machinist, sorry, the BL5 machinist, the KAS Sirius, our troop ship. Let's make sure we save both of those. On board the troop ship, we have 4 predators who are ready to fight. I'm not sure if they are in range. Nope, doesn't quite look like it. So if we move the troop ship, it's going to be shot, right? Even if we move it a little bit. Is that true? I thought it would be true. Guess not. So I guess since we're not moving it out of range, it doesn't get shot? Oh, even if we move it out of range, yeah. I'm a little hesitant to move it, but let's move it and see. It looks like there's 2 people aiming at it. Yes, and it didn't take damage this turn, so that's great. We have a bunch of shots we can take here. We will take out the most dangerous of these. Ooh, that one is right out of range. Crap. That's okay. We might as well just shoot the rest of them. The fact that Yinshi Wellness is here is a little annoying. But taking out everything here will give us more chance to shoot everything else. What else do we want to do? We want to save the machinist. if we move you... Yeah, you're going to take a tiny bit of damage from moving out of range now. Okay. That's okay. This is where we want you to be. You can also heal yourself pretty easily, I think. So this first predator's finished. Second predator's finished. We have 2 more. See, the guy targeting the machinist appears to be this one. We are doing horrifying attacks. That's a Vorsiber soldier who's fearless, so he's immune to horrify. We're going to have to turn that off and just take him out. Vorsiber soldiers are elite troopers that guard special areas of the Megacorp. There's 32 of them in that squad, so it's going to take more than a shot, although that's not true. It's just that we're out of range. And we are wasting moves. I want to be a little closer here, I think. Could even fly over there, but I think that's very dangerous. Just hop here. Does look like that changed the target from the machinist, which is now going to live, to us. Did it get us in range? It did. No problem. 12 enemy attacks left. Nothing too serious. But let's see if we can find anything here that's going to survive and maybe target it. Looks like we have a lot of deterrents here. We're taking out every one of these that I can find. They're all in danger. There's also some hackers here. Okay, this is interesting. So these hackers are the real threat. Glad I noticed them. We do have a mind runner here that can take care of these hackers. We could also try and do some sysop infiltrations, but with 8 mental energy left and only 2 visible hackers, doesn't look like we're in range of both of them. We're definitely in range of this one, but I think we're going to have to move Raven. Okay, it actually looks like we're going to have to move both of them to get in range, so we're a little far. Still too far. We're gonna actually send you into the compound. Can't. We can send you on a building. Okay. That's close enough now, so we can do 50% damage to you. I can actually do 100%, but I want to move the Raven over as well. Hopefully we can do the Raven's move a little better. Okay, the Raven here is going to put 50% on you. We have 1 more shot. Guess we'll use that last shot. Wow, this is a long-range shot going into a well and cistern way over here. Who's doing that? There's a sniper here. Can we take out a fractal sniper from one of our predators? Unfortunately, no. Predators just aren't in range. We'll just take one of you out. Alright, we're not taking too severe damage anywhere. That was all of our mental energy. This is a fantastic combat opportunity. Two different elements involved. And it just shows that, like, being well prepared, lots of bulk, seems like we're going to be fine. The biggest worry here is that our Raven or Mind Runner get detected and killed. There are a lot of really big mechs. I'm glad they're not fighting. Let's see what happens in 275. Here we go. Turn 275. We decrypted the raccoon speech. Results are in. Liquid metal took no damage. There's now 3 hackers present. The rebels have come to join. Looks like all of Yinshi Wellness is gone. The rebels are helping. That's nice to see. Oof, it does look like we've triggered some of the Lurpeco minerals infantry are starting to move. I don't like that. We have a couple more Yinshi Wellness guys here. And they are attacking the Sirius. We have 4 enemy attacks planned. Let's take a look at what raccoon speech means. Their speech is still developing. Sapience isn't instantaneous when it comes to uplifting. They weren't our target species, but now their existence must be protected. We may be able to speak with them in time, but with only 5 members of their species, they are critically endangered. We should focus on their population. That may even hasten speech development. Raccoon population. Have the scientists take care of this. They don't need your help. Catch regular raccoons, run them through the uplift process, and release them. Once there is a stable population, the chance for making meaningful contact goes up a lot. I'm not sure what raccoons are really going to be able to tell us, but it's nice and interesting, I guess. I'm also not sure how we'll keep progress on that. Maybe there's a street sense to pick up raccoons, or are scientists just going to do it on their own? I guess time will tell. I don't see anything obvious yet. And investigations. We're still waiting for the prison heist before we can start the other one. Okay, let's take a look at the enemy attacks. We only have 4 enemy attacks planned. That's sort of surprising. There's one there that is out of line of sight, so we don't know exactly what it is. These 2 here. And I don't know where the 4th is. There's the 4th. Interestingly, the 4th is attacking a military troop carrier. Oh no, it is a military troop carrier attacking us. Okay. And it is launching grenades, so that's a lot of extra damage that we're going to have to suffer. First things first, since we're not actually taking any serious damage except for the serious, let's deal with that. Is there anybody on foot? The PMC is on foot. He could probably take these out. Yep. A few more attacks than I expected. This guy is shooting at what? A building, a residential mega structure, I think. Do a little bit of damage, not too bad. I can send someone there if we need to. Sirius is now free to go attack this troop ship. I'm not sure we really need to, except that it's just like a lot of nuisance damage there. So we might, but first things first, it's really these that we have to worry about. We have 12 points to spend on attacking 3 guys. I think the Raven not sure why they're responding with attacks here, but I don't like it. I think if we... Okay, they're only responding with attacks if we move, I think. Or if we shoot them with a actual attack. So we did 75% damage to them last turn. That was enough that I guess Liquid Metal's agility was enough to get... I wish I understood this better. So they have hacking skill 132. If we get them down to 75% weakness, second skill is 66. So what I'm thinking is, because that's below our 85 agility, that we're not going to take any damage from that guy. That's my current thinking. Let's see if that works. Alright, and then Raven, you can use 3 points to shoot this guy. These hackers are attempting to hack the infiltration. So that's what's happening here. They're not doing actual damage, but as we found earlier, if we shoot them, if we kill them, they will do damage when they die. A lot of damage to Liquid Metal. If we don't disable their hacking with this hacker weakened ability that the pistols that our Raven and Mind Runner are wielding, if we don't do that, then they'll do a search, which will just do direct damage to Liquid Metal. So the point there is to suppress their hacking skill to prevent their search from being effective. We're going to send the troop ship over here to actually, you know what? We're not going to move the troop ship for that. We're gonna use the Bastion. It doesn't have very good attacks, but it gets a few, especially if we give it consumables. It needs to do 71 armor piercing. The large bore armor piercing do 200, so just one shell is enough. And yeah, they get a from above bonus, so it's only a couple shots to take out this troop ship. Bye. With one more enemy attack planned, I guess we could send the Bastion that way also, just to get vision. And over here, it's one more Factive Sniper from Yinshi Wellness. We need a from behind bonus. We're only going to get one shot here, so not really doing a whole lot. And pretty sure that would mark you defective. So let's leave him alone. It's not doing enough damage to matter. 24% to a residential megastructure. Speaking of residential megastructures, these things are still, for the large part, there's a bunch of them that are still pretty empty looking. I mean, they're the megastructures themselves, I believe, are full. It's just that nobody in those megastructures are in the VR Dayu seats. So if they are, we get about 35 neural expansion per building. But for a few, you can see that there's just either none or a low number for neural expansion. So it feels like we are filling these up. And for the most part, they're all filled up now. It's just there's a couple left that aren't. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 left over here, 6. Maybe 6 left. And then I don't know, I think that's it. Yeah, there's a couple. No, these ones have it. Those don't. Also have low furnishings in almost all of these, so the furnishing seems to be taking a while as well, although filth is not accumulating, so maybe it doesn't matter. Let's see what we can do with our final mental energy. I guess the answer is to move this combat unit up. Get him closer to the fray. And we'll go from there to turn 276. Oof. Unfortunately, it does look like we're going to destroy these hackers. Don't think there's any way to prevent that. It's just our deterrence is going to shoot them. We may lose liquid metal because of that. Let's see. We didn't. So deterrence apparently can take out enemy hackers without affecting your infiltration. We have 5 turns left. 1 enemy attack left for this next turn. Idea ready. Vehicular development. It's always a good idea to put armor plating on these things. A troop ship could use some. It's currently got 28. I think that's probably the best bet, because having a troop ship get shot down would be a pretty bad crisis. Okay, the one thing attacking us is Yinshi Wellness. He's stacking a large wind generator. That can't stand. It looks like he's also annoyed Tark defense systems. He is in the Tark defense systems area. We have a combat droid near here. Don't think it's wise to jump in there and shoot him, but we could probably move close, shoot him from outside. And that should do it without making enemies of Lurpeco or Tark. Otherwise, 5 turns left on infiltration progress. It does look like we're gaining more raccoon population, up to 29 already. We can't do anything about the uterine replicators until the prison heist is over. Could be time to finish founding a cyberocratic haven. I guess we're gonna do it. Oh, wait. We have something else to do. We could make some more vet practices. Yeah, I bet this is using vets to do this, so let's make the 4 vet practices it's suggesting, if we can find space. Space that's actually protected by our... Yeah, space in our network that's protected by our deterrence and our repairs would be nice. I saw another one over here, I think. And then here. That was enough. Or that was all that we could make for now, I guess. We can use the remaining mental energy on our techs to go bring those up. One there. Another tech here. And the shell company tech can do the final one. Okay, that leaves us with 6 mental energy. I guess it is time to finish the Cyberocracy Hub. This prison heist is kind of bad, but not as bad as I expected it to be, so... let's spread out and make more Cyberocracy. I guess we should really have one closer to center. Maybe turning on the swarm display will help me. Where do we want these? Looks like we're covered pretty well over here and over here. Not so much in the middle. So yeah, let's try to get it over here. It's gonna be the final one. I expect once we drop this one down that something disastrous will happen. Guess we couldn't put it right here. I don't want it back here so it's more amongst the residential structures. Right there. Okay, and Senior Tech, you can head down there and lend it some of your engineering. There we go, 4 mental energy left. I guess we'll battle recharge you and finish it this turn. Okay, it was a bad move. We founded a Cyberocracy haven. We immediately got enemy attacks planned. And Cyberocratic Haven is... Secure your Cyberocratic Haven is causing attacks. Secure your Cyberocratic Haven says PMC imposters remove dissidents without killing them, but take much longer to do so. Predators murder them quickly. Sledges sway fence-sitting citizens to your society. Fully convert 6 map cells to your society with all dissidents removed or killed. Population numbers will fluctuate until you finish. These are births, natural deaths, immigration, and people moving out of the affected area. So I guess I actually accidentally did that in a really good way, which was building all but the last building and allowing the sledges to sort of drum up population. It does look like it's counting these individual like map squares are what we need to fulfill. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need one more here. We're just making sledges, so sledges are helping secure. We could also add PMC imposters to the mix, but they're slow. And it looks like we're really close. We have enough Cyberocratic citizens, but we have too many dissidents, and we just have to finish this one map, so I think we're probably going to do that next turn. Meanwhile, 6 enemy attacks planned with only 2 mental energy left, so I did kind of flub that as usual. Rebel breachers. So these rebels don't like us suddenly. Group of elite rebels with anti-structural rounds and identity concealing armor. Right now they're mainly shooting the residential megastructures. There's also some Vorsiber enforcement nickelbots here. Well, it looks like deterrence is going to take care of all of this. But we do have a PMC in the neighborhood who can help a little bit. We also have a rebel gunslinger who's been murdered most heartily over there. Okay, and what we really want to do is sort of take out the nickelbots. Let's hop on top of the building and start shooting these guys. Oof, he doesn't really have a good shot against them, does he? Would really be nice to have a sledge here to do more damage. We only get 1 shot. Luckily they're all getting taken out except for No, they're all getting taken out next turn by deterrence, so it doesn't really matter who we shoot here since we only have one shot and it's not going to destroy it, but maybe like find the biggest squad and shoot it. This is 34, 24. Wait, that's just Vorsiber soldiers there. We also have a demoralize attack. I don't think it is going to do much on these yet. Our morale damage is terrible. Looks like the most damage we do is on that nickel bot. But this is the biggest squad, 34 of those. Oh no, there's a 43 squad rebel breacher here. Breachers are doing damage to buildings the most. Yeah, let's hit them. I'll just drop them down a little bit so they're doing slightly less damage. Not that it matters. We're still taking too much. I guess we'll view this combat at the start of turn 277 and see if we can make out what's happening. Let me turn on Forces View. Ugh, Forces View is terrible. I hate the big hit point bars. Let's just turn on something that makes it less hard to look at. Okay, here we go. Turn 277. We did wipe them all out. I didn't see us lose anything. Nope. It looks pretty good. A lot of attacks happened that turn. But we came through unscathed. We have a bunch of structures with minor damage, especially this bauxite skimmer, which is stunned for 6 turns. That's annoying. 5 enemy attacks planned this turn. It's all coming from, let's see, this Yinshi. Yeah, and a bunch of rebels here. Okay, this turn we'll do a better job of taking them out. There's no new hackers. We have 4 more turns on the prison. And I feel like the PMC droid we just had a moment ago, this one up here, you can hop over here and take out this Yinshi guy. Oof, it is going to take a couple shots, unfortunately. Okay, he's not dead, but he should be... Yeah, he's wounded enough that he's not actually attacking anything, which is interesting. On this end, we want to move you over here to take care of these. I see, hold on, I see 5 enemy attacks, but I only see 4 enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, there's one right under us here. What exactly is shooting here? I'm not quite sure. Something's shooting our troop ship, I think, but it's not clear exactly how this is happening. I don't think it's this rebel gunslinger. Yeah, that's kind of unclear. I'm gonna move the troop ship. We'll move it here. I think it'll be safe. 4 enemy attacks planned, yeah, so something was going to hit the troop ship because it was there, but it wasn't directly attacking it, I think was what was happening. Over here we have a bunch of predators. Predators can destroy nickel bots, no problem. And then for these rebel breachers, we're going to try horrify attacks on them just to be a little less lethal. And there we go, one more enemy attack plan down here. That looks like another squad of Vorsiber soldiers. Horrify attack. This guy's fearless, so horrify attack isn't going to work on him. We're just going to have to use a regular attack. Vorsiber soldiers knew what they were getting into. But now we're clear. We do have a structural improvement idea ready. Not really important, any of this stuff. Maybe 5cm spiders for more slurry? I don't know. Network range extenders could be nice. Mineral scroungers might be nice. Maybe network attendant. Let's consider making more network range extenders. Screen our cyberocratic haven, so I think we're doing okay there. It's not really clear what we can do to improve that. I suppose we could make more sledge workers somehow. We could turn on a PMC worker building or two. I don't think that would hurt. I don't want to turn on predators. We don't just want to go slaughtering people, but turning these on probably help a little bit. It's not suggesting any buildings. I'm not sure we could make any more Cyberocracy hubs if we wanted to. I guess we could. So that's an option, is just spam a couple more of these down. It seems like it basically turns the specific square you put it in into a cyberocracy. So let's drop another one here. Take over some of these factories. I'll put it in this building back here. And we'll use a tech to finish that up. Okay. It's claiming 4 turns left on the prison heist. Raccoon population is coming along with 100 of 1,000. We did make a bunch of vets. Can we make any more? No more vets. Our surgical suite. We're just out of surgical suite robotics. That's okay. We don't need them. Feeling pretty good, honestly. There's a Nickelbot here who's going to be absolutely destroyed with 11,338% damage coming in. I suppose we could move our troop ship up this way just in case any more nonsense happens near the prison. 5 more mental energy. Let's make another Cyberocracy hub. Yeah, interesting. We just built this one and it's already sort of swarming the area. Let's build one. Where can we build one? I guess we could build one here. Or here. And then use this tech to finish it. And then I think we have room for one more. We have the robotics for many, many more. Let's put one right in our capital. In this cute little factory looking building. And this tech here can help us with it. And that's the end of our mental energy and the end of turn 277. It's also going to be the end of this episode. Join us next time where we continue the prison heist. Cyberocracy is almost secured, although it did go down somehow last turn. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you know what? It's going to be fine. I have a feeling that it's just because we're adding more tiles, it's spreading out or increasing the number that we need. Next turn is going to be fine. We'll see. Until next time, this has been Corknut, playing Heart of the Machine. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider clicking the like button or subscribing to the channel. And I hope to see you next time. Until next time, bye-bye.